Hello everyone, my name is Sufra Goswami and this video is for a summary of lesson number 205 and the name of the lesson is One Pointed Attention. The objectives of this lesson are that for students to reflect on their current habits of practicing one pointed attention, for students to understand that one pointed attention is a power that enables them to achieve things, and for students to practice the skill of focusing attention on something. For the first step, you will ask students to close their eyes and tell them to remember their breakfast this morning in as much detail as possible. You will ask them some questions to help them remember. For example, where were you sitting when you were eating breakfast? What were you looking at? What did you eat? What were you thinking about when you were eating breakfast, and did you enjoy your food? Do you remember the taste and smell of the food? After you have given the students a few minutes to recall, you will ask them to open their eyes. Now, you will ask the students, were you able to remember everything from your breakfast time? What you ate, what it tasted like, what was around you, who you were with, and what was said. Then you will tell students it is very difficult to remember everything. Our minds are designed to pay close attention to only one thing at once. If we remember one aspect of a memory very well, we probably don't remember the other things that happened during that time. Now you will ask the students to form pairs. Then you will ask each partner to share their last memory of studying or reading. And the other partner should ask questions to help them remember, such as where were you sitting, what were you studying, how long did you study, did you get up in the middle and take a break, did anything distract you? And you will tell students these questions are helping them to reflect on their attention, where it goes, where it stays, and how it helps them to complete a task. Then you will ask students to write down the following questions in their notebook and write down the answers below. For the reflection, you are going to ask one question from the students. The question is it easy to pay attention to everything you do? Why or why not? Then you will ask a few students to share with the class. Second step, you will tell the students that our attention is like light that shines in many directions, and paying attention to something means focusing that attention on one point, like a flashlight shines light in one place. It means sustaining attention on one thing and ignoring distractions when needed. We also call this one pointed attention or focus. Then you will ask the class that what are the benefits of fully focusing on the task you are doing at the moment, and you will list the answers on the board. If needed, you can add that when you focus on a task, it is more enjoyable, you learn or work more effectively, it is less stressful, and you develop self-control. Third step is a visualization activity, and for this you will tell the students that one pointed attention makes our thoughts and actions more powerful. And then you will read and explain the following quotation to the class. The quotation is, so long as the thoughts of an individual are scattered, he will achieve no results. But if his thinking is concentrated on a single point, wonderful will be the fruits thereof. Man cannot obtain the full force of the sunlight when it is cast upon a flat mirror, but once the sun shineth upon the concave mirror or on a lens that is convex, all its heat will be concentrated on a single point, and that one point will burn the hottest. Thus, it is necessary to focus one's thinking on a single point so that it will become an effective force. Then you will watch the video 1 to see how powerful sunlight can become when it is concentrated to a single point. Then you will watch the video 2 that explains how the light is concentrated on a single point through the glass. The fourth step, you will divide the students into pairs or small groups, and you will ask each group to list in their notebooks things that are helpful to one pointed attention in their own lives. After they discuss and write their answers, you will ask them to share with the class and list the answers on the board. You will ask each student to add new points to their own lists in their notebook, and some examples you can add if students don't mention them, like noticing when I'm distracted and gently reminding myself to focus, or finding a quiet spot to do my work, or taking a short break on to move my body or be outside, and keeping my eyes on the speaker and using active listening to keep my attention on what is being said. You will finish this reflection by reminding students that at the beginning of the class we reflected on how difficult it is to pay attention and how many interruptions come to distract us. Even though it is not easy to pay attention to one thing and many distractions come to interrupt us, it is possible, and we can improve our ability to pay attention by practicing this important skill. For the fifth step, you are going to play a game that is Hocus Pocus, Everybody Focus. And you will introduce the purpose of the game, that this game is about listening carefully as we count and remembering the right motions to do. The instructions for the game are that you will gather the students in a circle, and for the first round you will go around the circle and count to 10. and you will have each person count one number. After the 10th person has said 10, the next person should say hocus pocus, everybody focus. You can write these words on the board if it helps students to remember them. Then you can practice. You are going to repeat the 1 to 10 plus hocus pocus, everybody focus sequence until every student has had a turn. Then you will say that great, now we are going to add a challenge. Every time we get to the number 5, the person with that number will clap instead of saying number 5. Remember to just clap without saying the number, and pay careful attention when it's your turn, and whether you need to say a number, do the motion or say hocus pocus, everybody focus. Let's practice. Then you will go around until every student has had a turn, and as your class becomes more comfortable with this game, feel free to add additional challenges for different numbers. Then you will debrief after the activity. For this you can say that during this game we had to pay careful attention to when it is our turn and what to say or what to do. What other times of the day do you need to pay careful attention to what to say and do? What strategies did you use to become successful in this game? And you will encourage students to share their responses with the class. Lastly, you are going to acknowledge the students for what they did well during the session, and you will conduct the pledge. Thank you so much.